In-game audio.
So so we're casting from in-game?
You got it.
Okay, then give me 1 second. Okay.
Thanks. I hear you loud and clear, Fiat.
Right.
Magic looking good. People joining up already.
What's up, guys? We're here. This is it. What is this, semifinals?
You got it.
Top 4.
All right, we are just waiting, yeah.
Yeah, waiting for everybody to join up here.
So let's get this straight. You know, it's the Western Region Middle School Esports Conference, and we've had a lot of teams this season. We're down to the semis, and today we have Colorado versus New Mexico, which is that's just a treat to say.
There we go.
That's just awesome to say. It's Colorado versus New Mexico in middle school JV Esports. This is Rocket League, baby. I love it.
Yes, sir. We got, what is this, national competition, regional competition here?
Yeah, you know, Southwest Pacific.
This is definitely some of the highest level middle school gameplay that you will see all over Twitch. I'm excited for this game to get underway. We're just waiting for everybody to join up. We're waiting for I think we're waiting for the James Monroe people to join up right now.
I think so. We're right about there. I think they're ready to go.
I'm super excited for this matchup. It's going to be extremely exciting. You know, I mean, seeing JMMS and how they've grown, right? It's been spectacular to watch, and like they're very much some of the best middle schools playing right now. Super excited.
From playing you guys to seeing how much success you guys have had in the past year to year and a half has been a treat to watch everybody grow individually and as a team, and watching everything grow behind the scenes, from watching esports as a whole grow, and then James Monroe specifically. It's been something that's just incredible.
And you've been very involved in it, right, Magic?
Not as involved as I used to be with middle school esports, but it's definitely been. No, I've been seeing them on Twitter. I've been seeing it all over, but it's been awesome. It's been awesome to see you guys, what you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. They're making awesome progress for just pioneering the way for middle school esports, and it's really awesome to see. When I was in middle school, we didn't have this, but I'm really glad that there's going to be another generation of students who are going to be able to enjoy this. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we didn't have esports till my 8th grade year.
Yeah.
When I played James Monroe, back all the way in 2020,
Feels like such a long time ago.
I know, right? Last day of in-person school marked the day when Eisenhower. Yeah, I think it was a Wednesday. I think.
Really?
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the day that the Eisenhower versus James Monroe rivalry started. Oh my lord, that game was like so hype. We were all yelling and screaming after we won, because we knew that we were like, okay guys, this is the best team in the nation. And they still are. I mean, like top 4, top 2 last season. Like you guys are up there nationally ranked. That's crazy.
Yeah. Mr. Harvey, I want to ask you, or Dr. Harvey, I should say. I'm sorry. How do you think? What is JMMS's mentality going into this game?
I think for JMMS Black, these are some of the students who, one of them tried out 6th grade year, didn't make the team, didn't try out for another year after that, kept playing Rocket League. He's here now. Big shot for him. We got another student who watched many of his classmates play all year, but then decided, I probably want to give this a try. Just got his jersey last week, trying to hit his first double tap. I think this is going to be one of those games where our students kind of want to prove something. They don't want the season to end. They really want to win, so we'll see what happens here in game 1.
Looks like everybody's joining the match, and we should be starting here in just a minute. Really excited to see what's going to go on.
Me too.
Have we what kind of strategies is JMMS going into this? Are they going to play a very aggressive game, or are they going to sit down, let the other team just do what they want, and then try to counterattack off of that? What's the idea here?
Oh, this team is very they're that voice chat and Discord you want to be in because they're loud, they're funny, they're reacting to things. I think they're aggressive. But I think they're also reflective, so if something happens, they're going to change their game plan. But, I like the fact that I'm not in there right now and I get to see what happens with you all. I think some of them, like I said, have different skills and different abilities. So let's see on the field how that transcends.
Oh, yeah. And, one thing that I feel like is very important in esports and sports especially is getting those hype moments, when you're scoring, that game-winning goal. You're getting hyped, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're fist bumping your teammates, you're let's go. That's something that me and my team do. I have lost my voice in many series playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to have because it keeps your mentality up, it keeps you guys, going.
Mm-hmm. Looks like everybody's starting to join
the teams are joining up here. We're getting the first kickoff of the semifinals here. Now let's see, will James Monroe continue their domination in regional and national play, or will Colorado come and show up James Monroe in a possible upset? Honestly, I have no clue about any of these two teams, but I'm hoping just to see some good Rocket League.
Already off the bat, you can see that Lesher, is that the name, correct? Lesher, are already... Yeah, Lesher, they're already playing more so of an aggressive game, and James Monroe is already counterattacking. They're pushing very far up onto the offensive, trying to get those intense counter plays that are just going to catch Lesher off guard.
Yeah, it's like fighting fire with fire, trying to fight for that midfield aggression, but still keeping that deeper third man. I can see, there's some good positioning from this team already so far. Playing that deep third man, but that super close first and second man to keep up that pressure. And just if the ball gets out, that's when the third man comes in handy, like right here.
Can I say that the cars are looking fresh?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, they are.
Tell me about it. These guys have some good taste.
Clean.
True. Oh, it's a goal! We were just talking about him for his car colors, let alone his insane mechanics. Look at this. All
that
three
was such
players.
A smart play. Just trying to bait them in for that play right there. Let them go, and then just get it around them. It's a try and tested method. Always works.
An early lead for James Monroe here. Let's see if they can keep it up. Let's see if I forgot how to pronounce her name. Off the top of my head. Let's see.
Lesher.
Lesher. Okay, Lesher.
Lesher, Colorado. The Vikings.
Ooh.
Versus
the Force again.
The Raptors.
Just going up again. Just
right
no
here.
follow-up from Lesher on that sidewall.
He just catches that second man out of position, and the third just pushes up just a bit too far, has a bit too much trust, and James Monroe, perfect counterattack.
Again, a minute and a half played and already, 2 goals for this James Monroe side, and, they're still on offense. They've played, 45 seconds of defense this game? Just pure possessional dominance from this James Monroe side.
Yeah, they're just very aware of what the other team's doing, right? They're ready to just get that around them. They're not trying to do anything fancy. They're not going for any air dribbles, any flip resets. Yeah. They're just playing straight up basic Rocket League, and it's working for them so far.
Oh yeah, Force taking it up to the sidewall, going to be trying to pass it to his teammates in the center. Hitting the ball off the corner. Ben's there for the follow, and an unfortunate miss. Popcorn are going to be there for a possible control. He has a lot of time. One shot there for the challenge. Popcorn tries to pop it up over him, but it cannot do so. A double commit from the Lesher side. Unfortunately, doesn't really lead to much for James Monroe. But as I say that, the Force trying to clear it out.
you can tell James Monroe is feeling very comfortable where they're at in this position. They are just keeping that pressure. No matter what, whenever Lesher goes for an offensive play, somebody from James Monroe is ready to attack and get that instant counterplay. Right here, Force going up the wall, trying to get a pass. Maybe not the perfect hit, but still keeping up that pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like it's just the right move to do, right? Don't fix it if it ain't broke, right?
Absolutely.
I feel like once they if they fall into that more passive, defensive play style, based off of what I've seen from Lesher on offense, I feel like they're going to get, overrun, overwhelmed, and this, it'll lead to a lot of goals. But,
yeah.
I mean, they're doing the right thing by keeping up all this pressure, making sure that third man is just sitting passive, waiting for the right moment to strike, which is what you need to have in a third man, right?
What a pinch right there, if I may say so.
And a big miss from one shot off the sidewall, but there's no follow-up from James Monroe. Popcorn going to be trying to take the ball from the James Monroe corner. Fakes out one shot there for the follow-up. Gets beat by Popcorn. He's doing so much work on defense right now.
And you can see
what
just
they
by
can do in
Double G's
offense.
Play, he was very scared to go there because he knows that James Monroe is just going to power any touch they're going to get. Right now,
yeah.
Force going for the bump right there, just trying to give anybody possession. And right now, opportunity. Less, though, is going to be there. But Popcorn going to keep it up right there. And he goes back to James Monroe's side with
Force
the
trying to put a shot on target. Cannot do so. One shot. Could be trying to get a goal for Lesher. And it's a beautifully placed flick. Top right corner. 1 minute remains and 1 goal difference separating the two teams. It's definitely possible for this Lesher side.
One shot really did just step up right there. Perfect top right shot. Catches everybody on James Monroe out of guard.
And that's what I was saying. When they fall into those, the more passive, letting Lesher, take control of the game, they're going to give them more confidence on offense. They're going to let them take more shots on net. And it'll most times lead to a goal. I feel like what James Monroe have to realize now is that, yes, there's only 45 seconds left, and, the odds are in their favor, but they still should be playing their super aggressive, play style right here, capitalizing on all their opportunities like the Force is trying to do, and he gets one back.
What a
35
great
seconds
shot
left.
placement. What great shot placement over here. He sees all the defenders. He knows he can't shoot just straight middle because that's going to be safe. So he shoots right behind one shot just to get it straight under the other one. Just a perfect play. Honestly,
yes.
Great job from James Monroe doing right now.
And it's been a pretty dominant game one from James Monroe, to be honest. They've been on so much offense for this game. And looking at the scoreboard, they only have 3 shots, Lesher does. And 2 of them were saved, and the other one went in. Right?
Yeah, right now.
And Ben's just another goal, a great pop from the Force. He's been doing work on offense. Let me tell you about Force, dude. 4 shots and 3 goals, plus an assist. He has 100% goal participation in this game. Super dominant offensive showing from the Force here.
Absolutely. You can tell James Monroe isn't playing for solo plays. They're playing like a team. And that's what you need to do against a team like Lesher, right? Because they're trying to go for more individual plays. If you trust your teammates, if you trust that third man to get the hit that you need, as I say that, though, that might be going into the net.
Unfortunate 50. That's just unlucky. It could be a slight overcommit here from the Force. I feel like it was an okay challenge to go for. It was just, very unlucky. The ball bouncing up off the sidewall going into the net. It's just a goal that you have to brush off, not really let it get to you.
8 seconds left. There's not going to be much of a chance for Lesher to bring back game 1. James Monroe taking it in dominant fashion with strong momentum going into game 2. This best of 7 is certainly not over yet.
Yeah, I want to see maybe what changes Lesher are going to have to make, for this game 2. I wonder if they're going to try to fight fire with fire, try to play more aggressive, go for those bumps and demos, or if they're going to, play a little bit safe, let James Monroe outplay themselves.
It looks like they are having a full team car change at the moment. Everybody on the Lesher side did just leave. Probably changing cars, or maybe we're creating a new lobby with internet issues for one of them. Not exactly sure.
Yeah, we will
They
see.
said they are going to restart their computers in between each one. They have some weird tech issues sometimes, but that's okay. We will just wait, hopefully in the next match at the queue. And I don't think it will load the next match, will it?
I think
it'll
will.
load, but
We don't have to join.
Yeah, we don't have to. Oh yeah, and you can already see they're coming back too. So,
Perfect. Yeah, we're trying to be good here. Good game one. Really, both teams. That's why the series heats up. It's a best of 7. So you see how they come out, but then it really matters about what happens next. So we'll start the matchup again real quick. We'll get us going here.
You just gotta join the party match. Yeah, I mean, even though it was a pretty dominant game from James Renault in game number 1, that doesn't mean that Lesher has the opportunity to come back. I mean, game 1 is always, it's considered a throwaway game. It's just to see, how the opposing team plays, how to feel out the game, all the adaptations you need to make. No, I'm ready. I'm ready for this game number 2. I feel like it's going to be one for the record books. I feel like we're going to get a close game next.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right there, you were just able to tell James Monroe, they were just following up on each other's hits. Even if one of them made a mistake, there was always somebody there on James Monroe to just help follow up with those plays and make sure turning those mistakes into goals. And that's really admirable of James Monroe. A lot of teams cannot do that. They do not trust their teammates, the person attacking the ball, to get a hit that they need, but James Monroe here is able to do that, and you can just see it in all their play. They're confident throughout the play. They never give up. They always go for the play that they think is the best, and even if it doesn't result in a mistake, they're still playing at peak performance and are not letting leads go to their head. They're going to keep those leads permanently forever.
Oh yeah, and like I was saying earlier, once they took the lead, they didn't let up the pressure. They didn't play the, okay guys, we're up by 2 goals, we have a buffer, we can let them score once. No, they just kept going. They kept going for those aggressive plays, and it worked for them. 4-1 is not a close scoreline, honestly, at all. 3 goals, the difference between the 2 teams.
Yeah, anything can happen.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. So let's see if James Monroe is going to be able to play that super aggressive play style like they were able to in game 1. Or if Lesher is going to say, no, that's not going to work anymore, and they're going to have to play a different play style.
Oh, man, I don't know. Let's see. Teams are set. Game 2, best of 7, semifinals, JV match, Lesher, New Mexico. Here we go.
All right, let's see what happens here. Off the kickoff, James Monroe, got possession in game 1, but Lesher came back firing with a lot of aggression, like we're seeing here. But Popcorn, staying on the ball. Ben's trying to clear it out. The Force clearing it out. Let's see if Lesher can keep up this offense. They've had a little bit of pressure early in this match, but James Monroe have been handling it very well. Popcorn getting the clear out. Double Cheese there to receive the clear. Let's see what the Force can do. He's been a menace on offense.
Benz is up, trying to go for a play. Even if he doesn't hit that ball, it is going to force all of those players back right there. They have to respect that hit if it's possible, because they do not know right now how James Monroe is going to respond in game 2 with all this sustained pressure.
Ben's taking the ball up off the wall. Be a pass. It doesn't opt for the solo play. A very selfless play. You can definitely see in a lot of higher ranked lobbies that would have been a 100% a solo play. But
absolutely.
Ben's, being the selfless player he is, trying to pass it over to the Force, who has been, like I said earlier, just an absolute menace on this Rocket League field. That ball gets close to your goal, the Force is putting it in 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, with a lot of teams, there's always that star player that if you feed the ball, they'll make some insane solo play. But in James Monroe, they're all pretty equal in skill. They're all very talented. They all know what they're trying to do, so they can trust each other and make those team plays, which
and
is not something you have.
A big double commit from Lesher, and it's a bounce shot from the Force, going top right. If he shot that ball any other way, they were going to save it. The Lesher side got back in time, and the Force knew that, so he just shot it straight up in the air. What a shot.
one of the hardest shots to respond to. You know, it bounces up in the air. You're thinking they're going to go for a low rolling shot, and it bounces up right above your head. Just not ready for it. Happens to anybody. Happens to the best. And Jason Rowe take the first goal of this game.
Popcorn getting that early possession off of the kickoff. Double cheese there to keep it in the corner. It's definitely one of the safest places to put the ball if you're on defense. Ben's going up for the shot. What a save by Double Cheese. I thought that was for sure a goal, but Double Cheese, you know, kept me guessing, kept me on my toes.
You know, he was just ready for that. He understood the play. He understood where he had to be. And it was a close goal, but he made that save. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. As long as you score more than them and don't let any goals in, Cheese was able to do that. Looks like now on the offensive, he's going to try to get it over Benz. He's going to keep that possession there. However, Benz there with the response off the ball.
I wonder if that save is going to get into James Monroe's head. You know, getting let down like that, the ball goes almost all the way in and they save it at the last opportunity. I wonder if that's going to give Lesher some motivation and be like, yeah, no, this game is still in the bags. We still got this, guys. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they've had, as Harvey said, they have a very strong motivation. They are very active. They're very hyper when it comes to games. Popcorn off a play, but zero boost, not able to do anything. But I'm not very afraid for their mentality. You know, they're very hyper. They're very excited about this opportunity to play. I think they'll be ready for whatever comes next. Just brush it off and keep going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Double Cheese gonna try to clear it out. No one there from the Lesher side to like help him, and that's something you need to do on that defense. Yes, you might have to leave net, you know, as the person not on the ball in order to have that happen. But having, you know, two players clear out the ball at once, or, you know, being able to clear it to a teammate who can get the ball fully out. And as I said, a miss on the goal line, but one shot there to save Double Cheese. Ben's trying to pass it middle, but cannot do so. One shot, getting a demo. This is what I was talking about earlier. You know, maybe Lesher goes for those demo plays. You know, it's a lot easier to score on a net with nobody in there, right? Double Cheese popping it up over both players. Could this be a tying goal? In Double Cheese doing all the work, it seems like, for this Lesher side, getting that insane save. And still gets it over both players.
Was just able to play. He knew exactly what he had to do. Get it over one player and then just try to beat the defender. Go as fast as you can. He was able to score instantly. And now this game is tied up. Looking a bit shaky from JMMS. It looks like they're acting a bit too offensive. They might want to have that deeper third that you were talking about earlier in the game.
Yeah, you know, that's what they had in that game one. They had that super deep third, waiting for any clear to come out. Ben's hitting the ball off the backboard. Will someone be there? The force there to place it bottom left.
Perfect
That's what we
pass.
need more of.
Putting
the ball up in the air.
Benz.
Look at that. Just put that ball up in the air and the force is going to be there. It's just, you know, a given. This kid is one person to look out for on this Rocket League field. I feel like Lesher have to find a way to shut him down if they want to be able to take this series.
Even when they're down, they're still in the play. Force with an amazing save, shutting down any opportunity for offense for Lesher. Force now taking it on the opportunity. Going to go to their side. Double Cheese with the bang. It's going to actually be straight to Popcorn. This might be off the backboard for a shot. This will be a shot, and it goes in for Ben's MP.
A close save there. I don't know who it was from. Was it from Viking? It was from Viking. Almost got up to there. Just unfortunately couldn't make the stop. 30 seconds left. 3-1 in favor of James Monroe. Will Lesher be able to pull out what's looking like the impossible comeback? Or will James Monroe hold on to this lead and take game number 2?
You know, it would be very hard to count out Lesher right now because they are looking pretty decent. They adapted pretty decently well. Even if this isn't a win, it's still a learning opportunity for Lesher to see how are we going to respond in game 3. We're not going to let this go 4-0. They're not going to get swept.
Yeah, and you know, this is the time right now where, you know, I would sit down and talk to my team and be like, hey guys, you know, we're down 2-0. They still need 2 more games, right? You know, this series is definitely winnable for us. And, you know, dependent on the situation mentally for this Lesher side, you know, maybe if they were getting down, you know, this is where you motivate your team, be like, we're not out of this yet. We still definitely have this game. This next game, like, you know, let's get twice as hype. Let's yell twice as loud. Let's be twice as energetic. make sure to not get down on ourselves, because I feel like that is definitely a winning factor. Having the long mental game in esports is definitely something that has, that wins you games, wins you series.
Yeah, absolutely. As I always say, like, Rocket League is 75% mentality, 25% gameplay. If you go in with the right mentality, go in with the winner's mentality, saying, I can beat anybody in the world, which is what James Monroe is doing right now, you will win games. And it's showing proof for James Monroe right now. They are acting confident. They are not afraid, even if they're down a goal, even if they tie it, They are just always ready. On top of it, they do not care. They are always going to be prepared.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like, your mentality and your gameplay go hand in hand. If you're playing well, you're going to have a good mentality. If you have a good mentality, you're going to be playing well. But, if you're not, maybe you're just, you've had a bad day at school or something, maybe something happened when you got home. You're not going to be playing as well, right? If you're getting down on yourself too much, that's going to affect your gameplay. So that's why you have to stay in it mentally for those reasons, so you could be playing twice or 3 times better than you would.
Absolutely. Game 3, James Monroe up to match point. Excited for this next game. I'm excited to see how Lesher responds to this aggressive play. Are they going to play more back, or are they going to play just as aggressive? They can play the same game, fire with fire, as you said, or maybe they try up something else. Maybe they try up something new that hasn't been tried before yet.
I feel like the strat for Lesher right now is just to fight fire with fire. I feel like they're, letting James Monroe make a lot of mistakes. There's been a lot, like right here, a double commit that just goes unpunished, right? A triple commit right there, right? James Monroe, they're playing incredible, don't get me wrong, but they're not playing perfectly at all. They have made some mistakes, but Lesher is just not there to capitalize on them. I feel like they need to, change up the pace of the game and stop letting James Monroe control the pace of the game and try to take the series into their own hands before they get put on match point, right?
Absolutely, and arguably it has to also be a mentality thing. They just aren't confident that they can beat JMMS to any of these balls, any of these plays, and I feel like if they were a bit more confident, if they trusted that James Monroe is going to make mistakes, like right
and
here,
with
one shot, making the mistake on the defensive play, this confidence is exactly what they need.
This is what I was talking about, punishing those mistakes. Ben's MP missing it up off the backboard and one shot there to capitalize on the mistake. And, one thing that has really helped, with confidence is you just kind of ego challenge everything, It doesn't matter where the ball is or who's going up for it. If you go up to, it's going to giving you that false confidence that builds into actual confidence.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Lesher just needs to play as though they are the best team on the field, because they definitely do have the opportunity to do that. No matter if it's just it up in the air or if it's force up in the air, they just have to go. Just like double cheese right here, defensive play, but nobody was there to punish. Still, that confidence issue is coming into play more and more, even though they are 1 goal up.
Viking there to receive the clear. This is what I was talking about what James Monroe should do. Keep that really deep third man to just, clear out all of the clears that James Monroe are giving them. Not letting them get those solo plays off, because James Monroe definitely have some very mechanically gifted players, and they can definitely get those solo plays off. Double cheese trying to pass it to Viking. Unfortunately, just a little bit too high.
Right here, and Popcorn leaving the ball, forced to get a clear, but Lesher ready for the response. Double cheese just going in, and again, as he said, that ego challenge, just going straight in for any ball, no matter where it is, no matter who's going for it. That's important, and it's looking up for good. Oh, might be an opportunity for James Monroe here.
Popcorn
middle, Les isn't
middle.
ready, but nobody's
Benz.
there for offense.
One shot there. He has definitely been the man of the hour for Lesher. Definitely a player to look out for on those dribble solo plays. He has some really good ground mechanics. Force there to make the last second clear into the corner for Benson P to follow up. Gets it over 1. Force clearing it out into the corner. Double cheese. A miss touch into the middle. 1 shot there to clean it up.
Yeah, and you can just see One Shot is definitely much more of a patient player. He's letting the play develop and then coming in where exactly he needs to, where he sees a mistake, where James Monroe might give up possession. and it's working out for them. They're one goal. They've saved a lot of shots. Double cheese right here, going for the save. Nobody was able to respond from James Monroe. Pass to center to one shot. Nobody's going to be there. Ben's going to take it up on offense. With the demo, this might be a good opportunity. Nobody's there to follow up on James Monroe, though.
That's what I was. Oh, almost an own goal from Double Cheese. I thought that was going to be an own goal for sure. And a triple commit. Will Double Cheese capitalize on this opportunity? Yes, he will. 2-0 for Lesher in game number 3, possibly preventing James Monroe to go on to match point.
Absolutely, and I told you, this Lesher team is not going to go down to a 4-0 sweep. They will not allow it. This team is talented. James Monroe and Lesher are equally matched. Now it's just a thing of making sure your mentality is straight and making sure that you're able to capitalize on any mistake that James Monroe might make.
And then this is where, if I was, on the James Monroe side, I would be like, all right, guys, 2 goals with a minute left. It's been a very back and forth game. It looks kind of unlikely for us, but let's try to get one. Let's try to keep our morale up. Don't let this game get behind us. And if I was on this Lesher team, I would just be telling my team to, do the same thing, to just calm down, not let the adrenaline spike and, get too overexcited, over jumpy, you know what I mean? Just calm down, still stay in the game, because you still need to win 3 more after this game to take this series.
Absolutely. James Monroe just needs to play their game back. Just needs to get their game back and play how they usually play. They play very aggressive, but right now you can see they're playing pretty far back. They're kind of afraid of what Lesher might bring out on offense. They're not willing to go for those commits, and they keep getting beat. Double Cheese off the wall, able to get the free clear. Actually might be a shot on net, but Popcorn's going to be there. And as you can see, James Monroe just is not confident enough to push up for those plays and to just instantly challenge Lesher.
Yeah, and I wonder, if their defensive-ness is coming out just from their boost totals. I wonder, looking at this James Monroe side, 2 of them have 0 boost right now. I wonder if this Lesher is keeping control of that mid-boost.
Absolutely. Lesher, 1 game up in the series now. James Monroe might have a bit more work to do than they may have thought.
Yeah. Definitely a really good game from Lesher. They definitely made the changes they need to make. And now James Monroe going to be looking to make some changes as we hop into game number 4 soon.
Absolutely. Dr. Harvey, if you're there with us, what do you think of James Monroe's performance so far? What do you think they might need to improve on? What do you think they should keep doing?
I think this is kind of what we were talking about before. We have the shift in the big best of 7 series. We have kids now who are starting to get comfortable. They're starting to see the patterns. I think for, JMMS Black, they've kind of laid back a little bit, a few missed possessions, but not enough shots. Obviously that boy Popcorn usually getting a lot more shots on net, even though being the point leader, not a single shot on net. So we'll see what happens. I think some people are going to step up. I can only imagine that their voice comms, their channel is just insane. They're yelling, they're laughing, they're probably getting serious now.
Yeah, and that's definitely something, Harvey, you kind of touched on this a little bit. That a lot of teams tend to do. They tend to get a little bit too comfortable in a series, all right, this series, even though it's close, it should be, a clean 4-0 sweep. But obviously, Lesher just proved to us it's not, a game for James Monroe to get comfortable, and they always have to be on, the edge of their chair, on their toes constantly.
Yeah, looking into how they've been progressing throughout this series, James Monroe certainly does have the ability to take it back. They just need to brush off that last loss. Didn't happen. Just continue to play their game, And I feel as though James Monroe might want to take a book out of Lesher and go for a bit more demos. Try to get those players out of the field, And honestly, go for more solo plays and possibly even more team plays as they were doing before.
Yeah, I was just about to say, game number 3 was definitely filled with a lot more solo plays from James Monroe, and I feel like that's their downfall. I don't think they're used to playing that solo play, play style, and they're used to, playing as a team more. So I want to see in this next game, I want to see James Monroe go for those team plays, get those passes off, off the backboard like Benz was doing.
You can already see James Monroe is pulling out new tactics. If you saw, Popcorn was actually trying to go for a wave dash kickoff. And while it didn't work out perfectly, these kind of new tactics are exactly what you need if you're in James Monroe's situation. You don't want to lose this series, right? And you don't want to blow your lead, right? So go for new things to take them off guard. That's exactly what they're trying to do right now.
Where are we at in this series here? How many wins apiece do we got?
We got
James
2 wins
Monroe's
from James Monroe and 1 win for Lesher.
Wow, here we go. Super
Game number
close.
4.
Whoa.
And it's a 50! What? I didn't think that was going in. Ben's P 50ing double cheese off the sidewall. And it's off the post and in. I think one shot. I thought one shot thought the same thing as us. That it was going to bounce out wide.
And sometimes a bit of luck can go far for mentality too, you know? I mean, James Monroe is definitely going to feel a bit more confident after that goal. And rightfully so, right? They made a great challenge. They were able to take the defense off of position. And now Lesher is a bit more scared right now. Right now, one shot on low boost. Double Cheese just trying to get it out of their side.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the very beginning of the game, we saw Ben's, you know, going for the passing plays that he loves to go for. And that's what I want to see out of James Monroe. I want to see them, you know, go for a lot of those passing plays like Popcorn is doing now. A backboard raid for the force. Oh my gosh.
He was talking about it.
This kid. Oh my gosh. He is crazy.
You know what? Forget everything I just said. Just give Force the ball. Scores every time. No matter what.
Dude,
what an insane play.
I'm telling you, just pop the ball in the air and then the Force is like, don't worry guys, I got this.
Absolutely. And those plays are definitely what's going to hurt Lesher in the long run. They just need to be sure that they keep up their confidence if they want to win this series. Do not give Force the ball. And as I say that, Force now on a solo play, going to try to take the 50 with one shot or try to center it, which either one, but Double Cheese is going to be there. Shut it down. Wasn't fast enough.
Ben's be popping the ball up in the air. He's going to be trying to center it here for his teammates. Just waiting for them to collect. I don't think he had enough boost, though. Yeah, just unfortunately ran out of boost. The Force trying to do it all himself. And unfortunately, he cannot. Oh, and a shot. Who was that from? Popcorn. Just going just barely wide.
Yeah. You can already tell everybody on Lesher is definitely stepping up in terms of defense, right? They're not letting these simple, easy goals that James Monroe got in the first game go in now. They are able to adapt, and that's important for any team in any esport, is to adapt to your opponent, because not everybody is going to be the same, and not every play is going to be the same. And right now, Lesher on offense, Double Cheese going to try to take the 50, but gets demoed instead. Force now on the ball. Les Viking up. Is he going to be able to beat him? He gets it under. One shot for the clear. Wasn't able to accumulate for James Monroe right there.
Now let's see what James Monroe can do on defense. You know, there hasn't been a lot of, you know, testing shots from this Lesher side. I want to see if that changes. Bensby there for the clear. Viking beating him in the 50-50 one shot. An unfortunate miss on the offensive half. Popcorn clearing the ball out for good from James Monroe. Solid defense. No, and then, you know, like they say, defense is the best offense, as we can see here from James Monroe. Ben's going to be taking the ball solo up off the sidewall. Viking there to beat him.
Absolutely. Ben's going for the 50. You're going to go up the wall. One shot isn't going to be there, but it's going to be Double Cheese trying to cut it off. That's not usually a good play on defense, but a triple commit is going to cancel out any mistake that Lesher might have made. Now Viking on the 50. He's going to try to get a 50 with Benz. He's able to make the save. Another save from Benz coming out, and now James Monroe on offense. Minute 23 left on the clock.
Now Lesher has to really step on the gas here. They have to put all cylinders to get this in. A miss on the back wall. 2 misses on in the back line from Lesher.
The most unfortunate miss at the most unfortunate time. Lesher's mentality definitely going to take a hit on that one. Les and Double Cheese both trusted their teammate to hit that one, but he just wasn't able to make it happen. James Monroe up 3 with a minute left.
Now let's see what can happen. One Shot has had very dominant kickoffs in this game, but they just aren't taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. And, you know, kickoffs are the most important factor, I think. It's the most equal 50-50 that you get at the beginning of the game. If you get a good kickoff, you can win and change the momentum of any game very, very quickly.
And that's what we saw, I think it was Popcorn doing at the very beginning of the game, trying to, change up his kickoff, trying to be able to win those 50-50s off of the kickoff. Because it really, like you said, it really changes the momentum of the game. Right after the kickoff, if you get possession, you get a lot of momentum. Because, you already have one player with 0 boost off of the kickoff, one player with, little to no boost, is usually the player cheating up, and one player with full boost. Right? And your team usually will have full boost on offense. That is a very advantageous situation that I think Lesher just need to start taking advantage of.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't beat him, join him, right? And I feel like if Lesher is able to take a bit more out of James Monroe's playbook, especially with kickoffs, if they're just able to do maybe even a fake kickoff or a Spanish kickoff, that would be really interesting for them. But now, James Monroe, 1 game away from taking victory against Lesher today. This is going to be an exciting Game 5.
Oh yeah, what arena we're gonna need to be in.
Oh yeah, you already know.
We already know.
As an esports player myself, I've definitely been in these situations before. The opposing teams on match point, and we've had 0 to 1 game, win. And, something that I've seen, professional coaches tell their team, and when I tell my team personally, it's like, they're on match point, we have 1 game. This is their series to lose. The worst that can happen is that we bring this entire series. The worst that can happen to us is that we get 4-1. It's not that big of a deal. We just weren't playing good. But the worst thing that can happen to them is we bring it back from 3-1 to win to 4-3. All the pressure is on them. We have to play this game like it's the last ever esports game. Because for some of them, maybe it is the last ever esports game that they will play. Right? Putting forth all cylinders. No challenge matters. Making sure someone is on the ball constantly every single time. Because, these teams are very offensively heavy, right? They love their offense.
Yeah. And I mean, in general, I just think this mentality, nobody should be ashamed of their performance in this game, I think every single player in this lobby has performed extremely well, way above the standard that was set for them during this entire tournament. And I believe that this is a great game for them to, if Lesher were to lose, a great game for them to learn from, And I feel that there is a lot more in Lesher's future.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I don't know the grades of these players, but if none of these players are in 8th grade, are we in for a treat next year? Because these are some insanely talented players.
Yes, sir, they are. We are very excited for whatever's going to be coming up next, And I honestly am excited to see what high schools they may be going to and what teams they may be improving, And hopefully this Game 5, James Monroe up 3-1 versus Lesher. All pressure is on Lesher at the moment. They need to make a play right now, or else their hopes of going to the finals are in jeopardy.
Yes, match point for James Monroe. Let's see, will they bring it home, or will Lesher start mounting a comeback? We will find out in this next game. One shot, taking it into the corner. Ben's denying it, getting it over 1-2. It's an open net. It's an unfortunate bounce. Popcorn there to try to shoot, but he unfortunately cannot put it in. Giving his teammate a little help on the way back.
Absolutely, and you can already tell both these teams are now sharing equal time on offense. Lesher looking way more comfortable on the offensive side with James Monroe, admitting to the fact James Monroe is going to make mistakes, and they just need to capitalize on it. It's okay to push that first man. It might even be okay to push that second man, but as long as you have that deep third, that reliable third, you can play however you want to play.
Yeah, and just like you said right there, 2 very aggressive challenges, but it delayed so much for James Monroe that first man was able to grab their corner boost. Lesher's first man was able to grab James Monroe's corner boost and still make it all the way back before James Monroe even had a threat on the net.
Absolutely. Now, ball high in the air. A lot of the players are on low boost. Popcorn's going to try to take this up the wall. Ben's maybe with a 51 shot shuts that down instantly. Not allowing for that play. This might be a shot
Huge
for Lesher.
Bomb.
Wasn't able to capitalize. Only that ball just had a bit more force to it.
That was a big bump from Ben's, preventing one shot to get the ball into the center of the field. Because, that's where Lesher want to put the ball. They love the ball being in the middle for that shot opportunity.
Absolutely.
And Benz was just preventing it with that bump. And, people always talk about bumping on offense, and, getting those bumps when you're in their half. But, it's kind of underrated to get those demos on defense. And right when I say that, Popcorn getting the first goal of the game. 1-0, 3 minutes left. Definitely a whole lot of game time left for this.
Puts it right in the corner. Doesn't let anybody from Lesher touch that ball. Just keeps it to himself and puts it straight into that net. James Monroe up 1. Lesher may be able to bring this back, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely possible. 3 minutes remain. And, I feel like the average time you have on offense is, 20 to 30 seconds, maybe. That's a lot of offense to have for each side. Oh, Ben's off the ceiling. Can he do something?
Might just
what a save!
Wow.
Oh, my God. What? What a save from one shot. The clutch factor. He has the clutch genes. Now let's see if he can do it on offense. Double G's getting it over one, but it goes right to Ben's. And Popcorn saves the shot. I think maybe you thought there was a defender there.
Yeah, maybe a redirect, perhaps.
Unfortunate circumstances for James Monroe.
I'm still stuck on that save from Lesher. I mean, even I'm a pretty decent player. I'm a round champ too, but I would not have been able to make that save. I thought, that ball was going in. Good luck to Lesher for trying to make this back.
Oh my gosh, that save was incredible. And that's not the first time that we've seen a heroic save from this Lesher side. I think it was Double Cheese, was it? Hitting the ball halfway off of the goal line? Like, these guys have some insane defense. They just have to, utilize it to their advantage.
Work together as a team right here. And right as I say that, not able to get the shot outside of their half of the field. Looks like Les King went up for a shot higher than it was actually going to be, and Benz just cleans it up.
And I think we actually have a bug for this Lesher side. You can see a one-shot guest account joined the match and then left, and then one shot left too. An unfortunate circumstance for match point. But let's see if he'll play through it. It looks like he will. Viking trying to take the ball on offense. Cannot do so. Popcorn keeping the ball into the opponent's corner. One shot there to meet him. Double G's following him up. Gets it over to Ben's there to control it. Viking gonna be there for the quick 50 off the backboard. Nobody there to follow it up, and now this is a difference from this James Monroe side compared to this Lesher side. The ball goes on the backboard, and there's a James Monroe player, maybe even two James Monroe players up for that ball, but this Lesher side just isn't confident enough in the air. And I feel like that's what's separating these two teams, that those aerial mechanics, and as I say that, a clean shot from Double Cheese.
Less than a minute left. Lesher is looking for some sort of miracle here, but I don't think James Monroe is going to let them. 38 seconds left. James Monroe keeping that pressure up. Popcorn gonna try to center that in. Force, it pinches right above him. Benz should be able to take this ball, but an awkward bounce might be an opportunity for Lesher. Looks like they're able to get the clear. Les King not ready, and Popcorn is AFK, it seems.
It doesn't look like he's having any internet issues. Let's see. Oh, he is back now, I think.
All right, 10 seconds from clinching a championship spot. Can they get a potential championship spot?
It looks like it's going to happen.
They're going to be battling somebody. Who are they going to battle? That's the new question. Who is it going to be on the other side of the bracket? It's going to be exciting.
James Monroe taking a dominant 4-1. Only losing by one goal, I think, in game number 3. And they rebounded saying, that game loss doesn't matter. Taking it home. Top 2 confirmed for James Monroe.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That was a good series.
Very good series. I'm excited to see what Lesher had a great performance here. They just need to put it all together, and once they might be a team to watch out for next season.
Dude, I'm still stuck on that save from one shot. Dude.
I am too.
Oh my God. That was so crazy. Watching it back in the replays right now. Oh my
Goodness.
God, off of the crossbar, off of the post.
Just the sheer amount it takes to read that.
That was amazing. We're going to go into another game here in just a second. We got a varsity lineup back-to-back. Hope you're ready.
Personally, I'm excited for the next matchup. If it's anything like last game.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will have to go due to my sister taking a test, which I'm not allowed to be in the house for test reliability.
We'll be doing this one.
So, I will definitely watch the stream. You'll definitely see me in the chat. But it's been a lot of fun. I'll see you guys later.
Take it easy.
Thank you so much for joining us, Magic.
Of course, my pleasure. I'm so excited for Thursday. I cannot wait.
All right. Until then, take it easy, Magic.
All right. See you guys later.
Have a good one.
All right, we are going to get the next match underway. Forgive me, I will be trying to get these two teams situated, so stay tuned here, take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back. All right, now we are in the match here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being patient. We are in the varsity matchup here. We're going to be taking on the JMMS Raptors and the SMS Timberwolves. It is game number one. We're just about halfway through. It's 1-1, and there's a lot of action here already. I'll be co-casting here with Fiat here momentarily. And we're just jumping right in. It's a doubleheader here this afternoon. Raptors fortunate enough to have two semifinal matches on the line. Raptors previously playing in the JMMS JV semifinals, taking on Lesher, Colorado, and winning that one 4-1. Good job to both teams out there. And today you're checking out the SMS Timberwolves taking on the JMMS Raptors. And this is the semifinals for the varsity level of the Western Region Middle School Esports Conference. We're live and in the mix here, folks, and if you're just joining in, it's one heck of a match. Gold popping on in for what could be a double tap, does not. And bounced off to the corner. Vanish gets a perfect hit and able to push that one aside. Benzie getting a chance to come up, and Asian boy Anthony getting a pop-up as Benzie rotates back. And what a great play here by Vanish to keep it in. Pops it to the side. And we are off. Ladies and gentlemen, looking good here. looks like for the JMMS journey for the JV squad, they're going to take on the Lesher A team. And if you can believe it, Lesher, Colorado has an A team and a B team for their JV. Just like JMMS has a sky blue and a black. Sky blue losing last week in what was a great match, and black being the only team remaining for the JV conference. Now going to be meeting up with Lesher one more time next week, and it's going to be exciting to see. You know, there's going to be some film. Oh, and what a shot! Go with Joseph, able to put that one away. Should be an exciting match. That should be on Thursday. Championship for the JV squad. Wow, what a kickoff goal by Ben Z. Stepping up here from the JV leagues as one of the varsity squad has an emergency. Stepping up big. Big shot. Gold stepping up big with a huge hit. Huge hit with 18 seconds to go. And a huge goal, 0 seconds to put it to the end. What a shot. What a pass by Vanish. What a shot on the top left. Gold making his statement known. What a play. Wow, Raptors pulling through.
Is my audio working now?
Yeah, we are back in the house with Fiat.
There we go. Sorry, it looks like I had some audio issues. I've been talking this entire time.
It was the... Do you know what just happened?
No.
Oh my gosh. We got to catch up here next game. It was insane. We had not only the Raptors going in with a minute down, a couple goals, they tie it up, and with about 9 seconds left, tie it up, and then take it to what would be a 0-second goal for the win to make it 4-3. Raptors going into this one with a lot of momentum. Wow, what a play here. SMS Timberwolves taking on JMMS Raptors. And after game number 1, both teams got to be feeling antsy. Let's see what happens here. Fiat, I don't know what to say. These teams are fast.
Yeah, I can already tell. Gold going up for the aerial is going to be met by Sly. And I've actually played with Reckless before. He's a very steady player. He knows what to do. He's always in the right position. And excited to see how this game pans out.
Yeah, a lot riding on the line here. Reckless, one of our super seniors, been playing for 3 years on the James Monroe Raptor program. So has definitely been there for many. I remember him playing Rocket League for the first time on mouse and keyboard in the library computers where I made them all by Steam Rocket League. And now they're all happy because those accounts are worth some decent money.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Gold gonna go up for the play. He's gonna try to get something. The Mouse Sports decal I can respect.
Yeah. lot of love here. Gold loved his esports teams.
Yeah, I'm a big E United fan myself.
Okay.
As much as I get made fun of it. Gold gonna go off the wall here, but it's gonna be straight back to Blake. Sly in the air, not able to get a hit, but Gold's gonna be there for the 50. Reckless trying for the clear, not enough boost, but it's going to be Asian boy Bryant. Excited to see how this offensive play is going to turn out for James Monroe. Not the perfect hit.
No, back and forth it is. I mean, it's gonna, like at the higher level, it's who's gonna slip up. Oh my! Did he just block his own goal?
He wasn't able to get out of the play fast enough.
Oh, that's gonna
Almost
be
like
one.
a deer in the headlights.
That's when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh my gosh, why? What a cross map!
It really is. That would have been a great play too. Fast shot. Defender wouldn't have been ready. Oh, this might be open, but he's not able to get the shot in the 50 from Asian boy Bryant.
Pre-jump flip, perfect right now.
Going to keep James Monroe out of trouble for now, but Gold beats that ball. Reckless gonna try to take this up the wall. Straight back to Joseph. Slide round. Back onto the play. It's going to be a shooting pass.
Oh.
With Gold off the backboard. This might actually be a shot opportunity. It is a shot opportunity. Gold able to capitalize. Halfway
all the way.
Open net. Blake couldn't do anything against that shot. Unfortunate. James
Gotta love
Monroe
the patience.
Up one.
Wow, gotta love the patience. We could almost hold our breath. It's popped up, and you're like, oh, it's a great moment there by Gold with half the game remaining. And honestly, with the ball going back and forth as much as it is, I think we're going to see a lot more goals.
Absolutely. I mean, Joseph trying to give that to Blake. Asian boy's just right there, shutting it down, not letting it have it. Great play from him actually right there. Letting Gold just have the play. He knows he has more boost, much more of an open opportunity. 50 from Joseph and Bryant.
Oh man, that's
this
a
actually
difficult
might be
jump.
a shot opportunity. Gold gonna keep him in the air, not able to get a hit.
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of more forethought in between each touch. What am I gonna do? Why am I doing it? A few missed passes, but the idea, like last series, right, that by game 2 or 3, these teams are going to be really warmed up.
Absolutely. And I'm very excited to see how this other team is supposed to be playing. You can see they're trying to take it a bit more slow. They know that James Monroe, very fast team, they can capitalize extremely fast. And as I say, that clutch play, Reckless not able to get the shot. Going on in midfield.
What a save back there. Oh, holy cow. Was in the right spot at the right time.
Absolutely. Right, now trying to get the 50. Going to be over to Blake for a free touch, but Gold keeping it in, take it to their corner. So he's going to be there, take it off the wall. Might be an air dribble opportunity. Not able to get a hit. Joseph not ready for that miss right there. Going to be back on offense for James Monroe.
This could be another pass similar to the game ender in game number 1, which was fed by Vanish from that top left corner down and put away by Gold. 46 seconds to go. We'll see if I think SMS Timberwolves have what it takes here to kind of push it to an overtime. I know that everybody wants overtime.
But as I say, is that great play coming out from James Monroe. They might not be able to get this out of their own half, but as I say that, Blake, they're just keeping up those 50s. It's an over one, but not able to get it over that last defender. James Monroe just going to keep up this pressure and hope for the best, but this is a good opportunity. Cola with the flick, shut down by Gold. That will be it. James Monroe, I believe, will be taking it, unless they can keep this up in the air, which it doesn't look like they are.
Oh, you never know. Oh, he's playing in the what play? Keep it. Oh,
it's down.
You gotta love
James
the
Monroe.
Yeah. Nice try.
Game 2 winners.
Okay. All right. Well, we got ourselves a game here. If they're gonna be this close, then you know they're gonna get good.
Absolutely. I mean, trust me, I was not expecting any of that.
The first game was insane. Raptors were behind for most of the game, and then all of a sudden, Gold kicked it into high gear. I think got a hat trick, got like 3 goals in 1 minute. The last one being the 0-second goal. So Great to see all these players, at least on the JMMS Raptors, I know are 8th graders. So they're all moving on. They're all going to high school. You can expect these kids in APSC sports at your next invitational.
Absolutely. Exciting game 3 right here. James Monroe, they're just keeping that mentality towards the end of the game. They're not afraid of throwing. They're not afraid of throwing that lead. They're going to continue to play their game until that ball hits the... James
absolutely.
Monroe up, I believe, was that game 2 or 3?
That is game 2.
Game 2.
And we are in game 3 now.
Like Gold trying to take it up for a dribble. Blake's going to be there, just going to shut it down. Doesn't want any of it. Reckless with the shot. He's going to keep up that offense. This is a good opportunity.
50s for days.
Great opportunity now. Blake on offense. Gold shutting it down, not having any of it. Going to try to jump up. Gets a bump. Tries to pass it back, but his teammate was already pushing up. This might not actually be a great opportunity. But as I say, that shot on net for Blake. Now Reckless, free shot off the backboard. Can he follow it up? Blake, no, he's not going to let that happen anytime soon. Now Sly over with the shot. Gold off the wall. Going to get it over one. It's going to be Blake. Misses the shot. Uses for Sly. It's going to be a 50, but actually Sly decides to turn off from that. Maybe a better decision, but as I say that, this might be a good opportunity, and that is in.
It's hard, you're getting stuck, the pressure's coming in, the defense seems to be collapsing, people are trying to get the ball, and that's a tough one.
Yeah, very hard play to make, but hopefully you see, what is the name of the other team? I'm sorry.
SMS Timberwolves.
The SMS Timberwolves. They're still looking pretty solid.
Oh yeah, they are definitely a huge contender in this. And with that being said, the defeat. I can't even explain how great the defense is. I mean, they keep stopping shot after shot, and it gets tough because look at that one right there by Brown. Wow. And then what he's supposed to do? Get back into net. Brown with a huge first save. But you got to get the ball out, right? And so Timberwolves trying to find an answer to get that out there. Raptors trying to extend the lead if they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Asian Boy Bryant, they're on their own half. This is a good opportunity for James Monroe to clear it out if they can. Asian Boy Bryant, we're going to try to keep it up, not able to get a hit, but neither is Sly. Going to be a free bang though.
2 misses there. Oh. Great awareness, but unable to take it with any control. And let's see what happens.
We will see. This actually might be a decent opportunity if he can get the double tap. He's not able to, but Sly is able to get the follow-up. Not
Brown.
In the gutter yet for SMS.
Wow, look at that. Look at the flip by Blakey. And then gets it back down to Brown 2.0. How do you do? Woo! Dang, that was stylish. Blakey reset? No, to Brown 2.0? To Koa Joseph? I tell you what, everyone's got a nice name. You can say their names. This is nice. Appreciate that.
Blake now trying to go for a dribble, not able to get it onto net. It looks like a bit of a kerfuffle on the right side of the goal. But now, Bryant trying to get that center. This actually might be a good opportunity. If Reckless can shoot that, he's not able to. Just not enough in time.
Big hit. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Nice flick over one.
Oh,
what a close.
Who hit it? What a save. What are those? Oh, Reckless. Despite all odds.
Reckless, even though it may seem like he's not doing much, he's definitely being that strong defensive third that James Monroe needs that just allows Gold and Asian Boy Bryant to just do whatever they feel comfortable with. It's really commendable.
I just imagine him 6th grade when he was trying to plug in his Nintendo Switch controller to play Rocket League into Steam on the PCs and it wouldn't work, and he just felt defeated. And now I'm looking at him and he looks in control, very casual. Great to see that transformation. Backboard read, gonna be read by somebody, and it's Reckless! What a shot! Talking about him, he knows. Vanish gives it to him. A couple weeks ago in the MSCL, Vanish baked Reckless a batch of cookies and gave them to him in 6th period for his overtime win in the MSCL. Woo! The bond is unreal.
That is awesome to see. I mean,
you should have tasted them. They were delicious. I couldn't. He doesn't do his homework. He makes great cookies.
Well,
and
maybe for this dominant win over SMS, I can get some cookies that I'll bake for these guys, because they are playing phenomenal right now.
I tell you
honestly.
what, woo! If they can just keep this pressure and stop Brown 2.0 from getting those crazy shots and passes off, they might have a chance. And kickoff can do anybody some harm. Back off to the corner, and it's sinking down. Blakey makes me want to get a Blake's Hamburger. I love the name. B3.
Is that a sponsor for the stream?
Yeah. If you hear this, Blake's, we love you.
Reckless. Gonna try to go up, but Koa's gonna have over one. This is gonna be a free shot. Open net.
Koa.
What a play! That's just such a smart play. He sees the double commit, so if he can just pop it over.
Look at that. Nice. Pop it up. Okay. Momentum can swing. At least that's what, I felt. Here we go. Right to the side, and it's popped right up.
Blake now flick over one, just a bit too high. Reckless got to take this up the wall. Asian boy Brian there for the follow-up. Gonna try to keep the dribble. Koa not able to make it. Might be a flick, but all three commit. This might be a good
defense is so good.
Blake to the left. He's gonna try to get Koa actually opting for the solo play right there.
Solo dolo.
That's that solid third as I was talking about, Even though Cold and Bryant missed, Reckless was just there, but now
there we go.
An overcommit might mean an opportunity for SMS to bring this back when all hope was lost.
Yeah, it looked like Gold and Reckless got in a little tango there. I don't know if they rolled down their Octane windows and were talking to each other or what they were saying, but they were not prepared. We'll see what happens here. 26 seconds, narrowing the gap.
Communication! Oh, that could have been a great opportunity. They called the bluff on the fake. Now, centered.
Wow.
This might be a shot opportunity. He's not able to get the dunk.
Oh
13
my
seconds
gosh.
left.
You should never give up. This is such a close game.
SMS looking for that golden miracle, but Gold's not going to give it to them. JMMS will not go down that easy. 2 seconds left, and JMMS take game 3.
So far, so good. All games are really close. This is what, when you look at the whole series and you see it's 3-0, it doesn't tell the whole story. All these games have been pretty much one-goal games. If they haven't, they're 5-3 instead of 1-0, or they haven't been where, SMS game 1 was actually ahead for most of the game, and then all of a sudden, falling a little bit back. I don't know. I think we're not. I don't think next game is it. I think SMS has some tricks under their sleeves.
Absolutely, we are excited. I'm excited to see what Game 4 is going to bring. Is JMMS going to be able to shut it down 4-0 sweep against SMS Raptors, or not Raptors, but what was the mascot again? I'm sorry.
The Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, yes. Are they going to be able to complete that sweep, or are the Timberwolves going to come back, make the reverse sweep last second? We don't have to know. Stay tuned for Game 4.
Look at the points. 400, 300, 300. Nobody slacking. Everybody with goals. All 6 players. Everybody producing. Like, this is what's so great about the higher level with these guys, is they all want to get out there and make a difference. We all start at the prospects level with our, our car backed up into the goal, terrified about the world. And now everybody's going big time.
Yeah, I mean, Game 4, James Monroe, SMS, Timberwolves. Starts off with a kickoff on goal. It's going to be a free bank for Blake. Asian boy's not ready, but he gets the save off the flick.
Right
Blake
off the
going
bat.
For the 50. Now trying to get boost. Asian boy Bryant's not going to let them have any chance for patience. Joseph not with the best touch. This is going to be over one. Blake in an awkward position, still able to make that save. Gold going to try to keep pressure. Slide Brown with the 50. Is Reckless going to be able to get to it? Can he get the flick?
Yes,
no, Joseph's going to be right there.
Big play. Joseph's insane. And talk about insane. The double defense by B3 and Koa is nuts.
Yes,
it's like they're
sir,
tandem 2v2s super smashing it right here. Okay, B3 is insane. Big hits off the backboard. Thought he's playing hoops.
Now B3 gonna try to get over Reckless. Reckless not having any of it. Gonna take it on offense, trying to keep it up. But Bryant and Reckless are both in a very awkward position at the moment. Blake might have a free ball. It's going to be a 50 out towards net. Can Gold get there to shoot? It's actually just going to roll straight in. Bryant doesn't need help from anybody. He'll do it all himself.
You just got to wonder, how does it get redirected, you know, and unfortunately Koa giving the patience of his teammate to say, hey, no, I know you got it. I won't jump and block you. And then trying to take that leap afterwards. But
yeah.
It's all right. A lot of time left, right? I don't know.
Yeah, right now I am out of my head because these guys just seems that they are always around. And I mean, the play from JMMS right now is just being spectacular. They're just keeping up their pressure. They're not scared of any offensive play. Just keep in tandem with your team. Just make sure that you are communicating on defense. That's the most important time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Where are you going to be? You know, what are you thinking about doing? It's not just about where you were. It's about what you want to do. It's what you're thinking. You got to know.
And right there, Gold doesn't panic. He knows that Reckless is going to go in for the shot. Now, might be an open net opportunity. It is an open net opportunity. It looks like JMMS might be able to shut it down, but SMS Timberwolves are still in this game. 3 minutes left. JMMS up by 2.
All right. Big moment here. If you're a Timberwolf fan, you know, raise it up here in the chat. We're gonna need everything. Facing elimination here, making it to the Final Four in the varsity level. They're gonna need some right now out of the tank. You know, what would you do here? What's your prescription, Fiat? You know, you're up against the wall. 3 minutes left. How does your play style change if you're a Timberwolf player now?
Honestly, right now, what I'm seeing is that the first man is a bit too afraid to go for a challenge. I think that the second man also needs to realize that JMMS is just playing the 50s game. And right now, because they know that they can at the moment. And Asian Boy Bryant now on the 50s. See, they're just always up for the challenge. They're not trying to do anything risky. And they need to realize that their second player needs to be ready for those 50s last second if they want to make these offensive plays.
If you're going to shift to the offensive standpoint, right, it's kind of more of 2 on the ball, 1 back, now 1 kind of helping the other. I see you there. There's definitely a change in play style, right? You want to get a little bit more aggressive. This could be something right here. Wow, a beautiful shot attempt there. Wow, flying around like a frisbee. I love the fact that I don't see, you know, 6 red octanes.
And wow, Gold is just out of his head right now. I mean, these plays just gets it all over them. Just gets it all around every player. Sly doesn't know what exactly to do. Three up for James Monroe, 145. SMS looking for a play to take any lead in any of these games. That might have actually been an opportunity, but now Gold on the defense. I'd be scared if I were the SMS or the SMS Timberwolves at the moment.
Oh, is it going to be a side flip? Is it going to be a pop? Is it going to go in? No. No, Reckless. The team's all going for it now, as if it's free real estate. It's not. SMS trying to get the first one in here, and what could be a series of goals. It's all about the momentum, right? You know, and so If you can control them, you might have a chance. But right now,
it's going to be an own goal from Bryant, credited to Joseph.
Joseph's going to take that one.
I would not have made that play at that time right there.
That is a bad decision.
Bryant could have realized that he did have a bit of time to maybe roll it up the wall and have a hard clear off the backboard, but he panics instead, and it ends up in a goal for them.
Let Gold get that, eh? Unfortunately goes into the corner because you're like, no, I want it. You're like, no. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful save from JMMS. Now it's going to be Sly. Going to try to make any play. This actually might be a good double tap opportunity. Gold's there, shut it down. Not having any of it. Asian Boy Bryant with the lucky hit right there. Now over Blake. Sly. Everybody from SMS is trying to run back to defense. Looks like Blake gets it over one. This might be a good off-the-wall opportunity, but he's not able to make too much of it.
Good hit by Vanish to pop it out. Reckless.
Absolutely, and SMS one goal away from tying it up.
Wow, what a play. Gold getting in there, and KOA Joseph not able to... actually sniping, I would say exactly where he wanted it. That was perfect.
Absolutely. He just knows that Reckless isn't going to be able to get there. Fake kickoff from SMS might be a good opportunity. Gonna try to play it, but Asian with Bryant shutting it down. Off the backboard, just taking his time.
Okay, the last 5 seconds could be eternity. Here we go.
They need a last-second miracle goal.
And it's in the right area. It's still in the right area.
Trying to get it in, and it's dead. 4-0 sweep for James Monroe over the SMS Timberwolves. What a great series from both teams.
Wow, yeah, you gotta love the energy on both sides. That was amazing. I'm proud. This is gonna be the second time the Raptors have been able to get back into the championship for the conference, and for the varsity squad, they've never won it. They've been there before, and in a best of 7 last year, we went to the game 7. That was in the fall semester. We didn't make it to the championship in the spring. So we'll see if we can get back in there. I don't know. Lesher, Colorado, I know is playing another team on the other side of the grid, and going into this, they were undefeated. So we were undefeated as well. We are on the different sides of the bracket, and we've never played each other all regular seasons. So that might be a huge matchup for Thursday, which we're going to be casting in person. We're going to do that live in the lab, in the Raptor Nest at James Monroe. We'll have students playing in person, face cams. You're welcome to join us with Magic Fiat. We're going to have some co-casting, a booth. We're going to have, it's going to be a great time. So Thursday, 2 matches we got so far. We have what is Lesher JV taking on JMMS JV. And then we have JMMS Raptors Varsity taking on, I don't know yet. I don't know the other side of the bracket. So if you know in the chat, drop it in there right now. Fiat, final thoughts here. You got to watch 2 matches here from the Raptors. Appreciate your casting. What are your thoughts?
JMMS, they're one of the best middle school teams in New Mexico for a reason, and these performances show exactly why. Dominant team plays, just always keeping on with that offensive plays. Solid defense from both teams. JMM, and you said that your varsity team was all 8th graders, right?
That's correct.
I'm scared for next year because now I have to go ahead and play them. Excited to see what JMMS can do in the rest of this tournament. Thank you so much, Dr. Harvey, for having me. It means a lot. So glad to be able to cast these 2 amazing teams. I hope you guys have a great rest of your stream.
Oh, thank you very much, man. GG, and we'll catch you guys all later. Thank you very much.
Congrats. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good day.